Serunjogi.
Woman, you have to make your decision if you want the African or the Jamaican decision. Woman, you have to make your decision. Can't have the two away, so you have to choose one.
I'm in a dilemma to tell you the truth. I like two guys and the two of them cute. One
John Serunjogi.
I'm in a dilemma to tell you the truth. I like two guys and the two of them cute. One uptown, one is a ghetto youth. They wonder which one I go give this
The uptown money, if you choose. Uptown money, if you choose. Money for ear and money for nails and money for clothes and shoes. So the on the yacht, me go take you on a cruise. Ragamuffin love, she want the ragamuffin love. Ragamuffin love, I got a ragamuffin love. Real ghetto youth, she want the African dog. Big man rifle, not a liquor slugger.
I'm in a dilemma to tell you the truth. I like two guys and the two of them cute. One uptown, one is a ghetto youth. Me wonder which one I go give this fruit. I'm in a dilemma to tell you the truth. I like two guys and the two of them cute. One uptown, one is a ghetto youth. Me wonder which one I go give this fruit.
Cindy, if you want good loving and financial stability, you're more than welcome in a me facility. They make you come, me have the ability. Parrot and you want, me have the agility.
Introducing his opponents, fighting out of the red corner, all the way from Kenya, it's Royton Okwiri. The fighters are in the ring, making the introductions. In the blue corner, all the way from Uganda, with a record of 8 wins, only 1 loss, with no draws. He weighed in at 72.4 kg. All the way from Uganda, it's John Serunjogi. And fighting out of the red corner, all the way from Kenya, weighed in at 71.7 kg. It's Royton Okwiri.
In the boxing, sheria usipige chini ya belti. Mtu akienda down usimshambulie, mwacha astande ndio mshambulie. Chezeni mchezo mzuri.
Haya, kama unajiunga nasi, tuko hapa live Millennium Towers. Hii ni Swahili Flix Rising Stars, mapambano matano kwa ujumla katika usiku wa leo. Naitwa Jimmy Kabo na mwenzangu Ames ambaye amepata dharura kidogo atajiunga na mimi muda sio mrefu. Pambano linalofuata ni uzito wa kati, yani middleweight. Tunaye katika kona ya blue ni kutoka Uganda, anaitwa John Serunjogi ambaye amevalia bukta nyeusi na maneno maandishi meupe. Na kutoka Kenya tunaye Royton Okwiri kwenye kona ya red au nyekundu na bukta yake nyeusi na nyekundu. Mpambano umeanza. kama ungependa kuwatofautisha, Mganda ni huyu John Serunjogi ambaye amevalia bukta ya nyeusi na nyekundu pia vile vile. Na kutoka Kenya ni Royton Okwiri ambaye amevaa bukta nyeusi na nyekundu. Ndio raundi ya kwanza imeanza. Tunajiunga na mwenzangu Scott hapo. Okwiri ameanza kurusha jab na anaonekana kwamba ndio anayefanya mashambulizi, lakini pia vile vile Royton anarudisha mashambulizi. If you're just joining us, this is the middleweight bout between John Serunjogi from Uganda. Of course, in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with white inscriptions. And of course, we do have Royton Okwiri from Kenya in the red corner, wearing black and red trunks. We are halfway through the first round, and Scott is here with me. Welcome again, Scott.
Hey, Jimmy, and what a night of boxing so far. I mean, the first fight was fantastic. I thought what a great night of opening fight the first bout was, and the right decision there, Jimmy.
Oh, yes, a right decision. I couldn't agree more with the judges. I was a bit confused here. Myself and Eames were not very sure where it's going to go. But I think, to be honest with you, none of the fighters really did much to impress the judges, and the split decision, I think, is fair.
Yes, definitely feel that. So, and now moving into middleweight division here, and both fighters looking really come to fight tonight. I'm really pleased with the amount of effort these new up-and-coming stars are. They've really come to fight. You know, there's no one's giving an inch to anybody tonight, Jimmy.
Not at all. And just to identify the fighters, of course, Royton Okwiri from Kenya in the red and black and red trunks. He's a southpaw, as you see, and it's causing a problem to his opponent, John Serunjogi from Uganda. He's still trying to figure him out. But I think
left there.
Okwiri swinging widely and landing a left hook. Serunjogi going to the body, which is the right thing to do. Keep that jab pumping and keep Serunjogi away from him, because I think Serunjogi has really prepared for a southpaw, but Okwiri is also looks like a very tough opponent. He's not giving up much space, and his landing combination as well. So looks like it's going to be one of those tough fights.
It does, Jimmy, definitely. I mean, he's got a great jab as Okwiri, you know, a southpaw fighter with a great jab. He's causing a lot of problems to Serunjogi, and you know, I can see this fight, you know, getting very close in the next round. I think Serunjogi now needs to figure out this southpaw, you know, and start working more, throwing more, you know, and putting him off his stride, because right now it just seems that Okwiri's getting the better of his man quite easily, and he's ready to drop some bombs, I feel, in the next round.
Oh yes, I would give the first round to Okwiri from Kenya, but what I think Serunjogi needs to do is go back to his jab, establish his jab, and improve on his footwork, keep that jab pumping, keep Okwiri away from him, because when Okwiri gets on the inside, he unleashes combinations, body and head, which is dangerous and which could hurt Serunjogi. I like what I'm seeing at the moment at the beginning of the second round. Serunjogi pumping that jab. I'd like to see it being much more stiffer than it is at the moment. The movement is good, but I would like to see that jab pumping more often, and him moving side to side and not letting Okwiri get on the inside, because he's a very dangerous fighter when he gets on the inside, and I only found that out in the first round.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with you there, Jimmy. I mean, look, he's starting to move a bit better now, is Serunjogi, but still now he always seems to close up every time he puts pressure on from Okwiri. He starts to kind of like drop his hands. He looks frustrated already. you know, if this carries on, I don't see this going the distance, Jimmy.
This is why I say Okwiri from Kenya is very dangerous. He's relentless. Look at the combinations. He's landing his hands are high
Head
up,
and body, yeah.
going head, body, and then he's looking for the body, looking for spaces in between the guard, and he looks the much more focused fighter, and he looks the fighter with a plan at the moment.
He does, and he's got a beautiful, beautiful left cross.
Oh,
if
yes.
you watch it very fast, straight down the pipe, you know, sets it up there with the right jab, and then a beautiful, look at the double hook there, body then to the head, back to the body again.
Serunjogi still hasn't figured out how to fight Okwiri because I would like to see him pump that jab and move. Because Okwiri has to get on the inside to unleash those deadly combinations. So what does Serunjogi do? He has to move. He cannot afford to fight Okwiri on the inside. Look, this is what's happening at the moment, and Okwiri looks the much more stronger fighter at the moment.
Yeah, Okwiri's got no problems in there. He looks very composed, you know, he's got the size of his man. And Serunjogi, really, is just standing in front of him like a moving punching bag at the moment. He is throwing a few things back, but, you know, there's not a lot. Okwiri, look at that, beautiful work there, beautiful, oh, and again, beautiful work. Lovely left cross straight down the pipe on the chin.
Serunjogi has to move.
And again,
he has to move.
I don't see this going the distance, Jimmy, at all. If it stays the way it is right now.
Serunjogi has to put his hands up. He has to move, use the ring, pump that jab, and don't let Okwiri unleash those deadly combinations, body to head, once he gets inside. Serunjogi has to keep that jab pumping and move. He cannot be a stationary target. Otherwise, we're going to call it a day very soon.
Very, very soon now. Look, I mean, you can see now that Okwiri is really starting to wind up the shots now, load those bombs as we end round 2. So how do you score this so far, Jimmy?
So far, I put Okwiri ahead. He's been forcing the fight. He's landed the much more stiffer punches, and he's landed much more combinations.
Yeah, totally agree.
He's going to the body. He's going to the head, and he looks the much more confident fighter at the moment. Serunjogi doesn't look like he has a plan. He hasn't still figured out how to fight Okwiri, and that's dangerous getting into the second round. His corner has to tell him to move. His corner has to tell him to use his jab, his height, his reach. He's not doing that at the moment.
No, he's not, and I'm looking at him now in the corner, and he doesn't look happy at all there, Jimmy. I mean, look, we've had a few technical difficulties tonight as we in the break here, but the fighters are here and they are really coming to fight. But Okwiri, he's having a great night tonight against Serunjogi, definitely.
Oh yes, this fight is getting exciting, and I'm looking at the corner. I'm looking at Okwiri's corner. I think they've told him to finish him off. You can't be playing with your man when your man is in trouble at the moment.
Exactly
he has
right.
to put up those combinations, get on the inside, and then finish up this fight as quick as he can.
100% agree there, Jimmy. 100% agree. But Serunjogi now, you know, he just needs to move more, put more combinations together, start to bother Okwiri. But he still doesn't seem to have a clue. He's doing a little bit better in the start of this round, but let's see how it forms as the round goes on.
That's much better movement from Serunjogi, and I like the way the jab is pumping and the left-right is following up the jab with the right hand. That confuses Okwiri coming in. So he's not just diving in, he's now much more cautious because he might just run into a right hand because Serunjogi, what he's done, he's let Okwiri know or aware that he's got a right hand too, and he's shooting it. So that is the right plan, and this is how Serunjogi should be fighting Okwiri.
Yeah, I mean, Serunjogi's doing a lot better now. His head movement's a lot better there as he slips a nice left cross and goes into the body. But this is where I don't like Serunjogi right now, as he just stands there, you know, back against the corner. You know, he should be moving around his man now. You know, if he starts stepping to his left now, he's going to step straight into that left cross. You know, he needs to put a lot more together. I can see Okwiri now. He's looking for the shots, and I think a heavy bomb's going to come very, very soon from Okwiri.
I don't like the way Serunjogi is hanging his left hand low. You don't do that with a southpaw. You cannot afford to do that with a southpaw. Keep that left hand high up on the guard and keep moving. Shoot that jab and don't stay on the rope.
Combination there from from Okwiri. Lovely combination. He puts the pressure on Serunjogi.
Serunjogi has to use his jab, has to get off the ropes, use the ring, pump that jab, and keep Okwiri away from him. At the moment, it looks like he's exhausted, and it's just a matter of time. If Okwiri puts up those combinations, body to head, it's going to end very soon.
Very, very soon, definitely. And he's got very low hands now. He's got a very low left hand now with Serunjogi. And if you look at Okwiri, his hands are nice and high, his elbows are tucked in, he's picking his shots. You know, he's focused on the man, and he's focused on the job he needs to do tonight, Jimmy.
He is.
Nice jab. Keeps pumping that right jab out non-stop like a pistol jab. Just stopping Serunjogi from working as he puts in another beautiful combination there.
The judges can see, it's clear.
Serunjogi is fighting the wrong fight. He is the taller man. He has a better reach. He should be pumping that jab and moving.
Take him home. Take him home.
Stay off the ropes.
I think we could see a stoppage here if this continues as we go to the end of the round.
I love you. I love you.
He's way ahead on points at the moment, is Okwiri. Someone shouts out, "I love you," from the background. I wasn't sure. Jimmy's looking around, whoever that's for, but...
someone is in love with Okwiri.
Yeah, someone's in love with his fighting right now.
To be honest, I don't see this working out for Serunjogi. Like I said earlier on, he's the taller fighter. He has a better reach. He should be trying to keep Okwiri at bay with a jab. Yes. His movement is very poor in the ring. And why is he laying on the ropes?
He's just putting his back on the ropes all the time. You know, he's not making any movements around. All he's trying to do really is just trying to kind of reply every time he gets hit. But there's no movement. If you just take a look at him, his whole demeanor as well, he's looking quite defeated and frustrated. You know, I think if he just gets behind that jab, starts moving to the left and to the right, putting a few combinations together, he's going to slow down Okwiri, and Okwiri's going to think more about what he's doing. Right now, he's just unloading on Serunjogi.
He's a gunner.
I like the way Serunjogi starts his rounds. There you see. There you go. You see the jab, and you see the right hand following up. That's a slip, but he should keep that jab pumping, not fight on the inside. Keep that jab pumping. Exactly. It's going to keep Okwiri away from landing those deadly combinations, hitting him to the body, which is killing Serunjogi's legs. His legs look weaker. They look much more weaker, spaghetti legs towards the end of the round. But he looks rejuvenated at the moment, and I see the jab pumping. That's how he should be fighting. Keep that jab pumping. Keep it in the face of Okwiri.
Yeah, he was doing a little bit better early in the round, but then as it goes into the next minute of the round, again, he's wobbling. He looks on very unstable legs at the moment. I don't know if he's going to survive this round right now, but he needs to move, and like you said, get that jab working, get away from his man now, create some space, pick his target. You know, now, jab and move.
To be honest with you, Scott, I think if Okwiri was a much more composed fighter, he would have finished this, because what he has to do now is set up his combination. But I'm seeing, I think he's now wasting a lot of his punches because they're not doing any damage. Yes, he's throwing them in batches, but he needs to be effective. He needs to be effective.
You're right. I mean, look, he's all over him like a fat kid on a cupcake. But, you know, it's not really coming to any effectiveness. You know, he doesn't like he's got a lot of power in those punches right now.
He's losing his power at the moment, and that makes Serunjogi now become much more confident as the rounds wear on.
Correct.
I see the jab pumping, and now it's evident that Okwiri has lost much of his power at the moment in this round.
I can see that now. Even though he's pumping out that right jab, trying to put those combinations together, doesn't seem to be a lot of power. But then again, he's opening up with quite a few combinations and a flurry of punches there. But Serunjogi this round is not looking as bothered. You know, I think he's kind of taken the best now from Okwiri, and he's looking a little bit more confident in there.
Oh yeah, he has that bring it on face, and I think he's taken the best of Okwiri, and he says, okay, what more do you have? So it now depends if Serunjogi has a plan now, and I think his plan would be to keep Okwiri away, shoot that jab, make him miss, use the ring, tire him a little bit, lean on him because he's the bigger man, and then take him to the deeper rounds. He might score a knockout.
Exactly right. As always, he gets a lovely left cross there to the temple from Okwiri. Okwiri's loading bombs right now. Oh, he's looking to finish his man. He's looking to stop it, and
he's
down.
in trouble. He's in trouble.
Can't be saved by the bell, as you know, in these rules.
The word of God in my mouth, the word.
Well, he survived the round and he gets to fight another round there, Jimmy, but it looks like Okwiri now is going in for the finish.
I think the instructions on Okwiri's corner should be he should be relaxed now, and he should look for pinpoint punches, landing those combinations. Because the look on Serunjogi's face, he's not. What do I have to do to stop this man?
That's right.
That's the look on his face, and I don't think he wants to be in there.
No, I can see there his whole demeanour as I'm watching him there as he's trying to take on some water. You know, he's thinking, you know, I don't know if I've got a round left in me. He doesn't feel well. But look, it's a middleweight division, you know. Let's see. I mean, Serunjogi's still in it. He's got a puncher's chance, as we know, as we move into the fifth round.
This is a middleweight bout. Of course, in the blue corner is from Uganda, John Serunjogi, in the black and white inscription trunks. We have Royton Okwiri in the red corner with the black and red trunks, and he's the one that's forcing the fight at the moment.
And he's forcing again with another flurry of combinations. As I said before, it's all over him like a fat kid on a cupcake. He just cannot stop putting these combinations together as he goes for another straight left, straight down the pipe into Serunjogi's jaw.
His legs are gone.
Serunjogi, his legs look very, very weak. You know, as he catches him again on the jaw, it's looking very, very, very difficult in there now for Serunjogi. If he can survive this round, then he's done well, Jimmy.
His legs are gone, and when your legs are gone, you don't have that power. The punches don't have any power. This is why they're pity punches. They're like pillow punches, so they're not doing any damage to Okwiri, and that's why he's walking straight in and landing those combinations to the jaw. I don't like Serunjogi on the ropes. No. I know he's tired, but he's
too much time there. I mean, his head movement's not bad in spurts, but he just doesn't have any lateral movement. He's not getting away from his man. He's not circling his man. He's not creating any distance and taking a look at Okwiri. He's just standing in front of him and getting punched like a punching bag with legs at the moment. You know, it's not really doing him any justice. His corner needs to, if he gets through this round, his corner needs to sit him down, come up with a strategy and get him on his back foot, popping out that jab, frustrate Okwiri a little bit more, and then come up with a plan and find some gaps and land those shots.
Well, Scott, it's obvious he's not moving, and we all know why he's not moving. His legs are gone.
There is no legs there whatsoever. He came in with heavily bandaged legs, I see there. I think it's on the left leg, is it, right? Very heavily bandaged.
And I think that's bothering him at the moment. Yeah. He needs to borrow a pair. I don't know if they could be yours or mine. At the moment, I think you should go first, Scott, to the rescue.
Definitely. As Serunjogi tries to fire something back there, but not landing any shots, just skimming off the top of the head, skimming off the gloves. Okwiri looks in complete control of this round.
I also think Serunjogi is a very brave man, still in there, still game, and still giving it a go. He's not doing much damage. His punches are not effective at all. And right now, Okwiri is just running things at the moment in the ring. He's the ring general at the moment.
Exactly. He's also scoring some nice uppercuts there, is Okwiri. You know, he's getting through the guard. A little bit of a nice body shot there from Serunjogi, but again, it's to no effect. And here comes the punches again in flurries from Okwiri. You know, he does put a good combination together. He does lack a bit of power, but you know, this is rising stars. These are guys that are coming through as we end the round.
Okwiri landing good combinations, a good uppercut, a right hand and a left hook as well, and this is taking a toll on Serunjogi, and I'm not sure he really wants to go in for the sixth round, to be honest with you. Let's see what the corner can do. He has to change something. He has to move better. I don't know if his leg is bothering him at the moment, because His movement is not good. His guard is down. He's not shooting his jab, and he's letting Okwiri just run things in the ring. This fight could be over with depending on what Okwiri does in the next round.
Totally agree. Well, here we are as we advance going to round 6 for Rising Stars here in beautiful Tanzania in Dar es Salaam from the Millennium Towers, promoted by Global Boxing Stars Win-Win Promotions in proud association with Swahili Flicks, the Onomo Hotel, Dar es Salaam, and Urban Soul, Botswana, Gaborone.
So heading to the 6th round, this is a middleweight fight between John Serunjogi from Uganda in the blue corner, and of course Royton Okwiri from Kenya in the red corner. For identification, Serunjogi is the taller man in the dark blue trunks, and Okwiri is the shorter man, stockier man in the red and black trunks. If you want to go to the boots, the much more colorful ones belong to Okwiri.
Again, Okwiri stalking his man. You know, he's got no fear here. He knows that he's got his man's number. You know, but he still has to be careful. You know, because is a big guy, is that Serunjogi, you know, and it does look like he's got a decent right hand on him when he throws it, but he's just not throwing it enough to any effect. It's more of a very short, whippy right cross. It's not really twisting the body through, but maybe that's something to do. Maybe he's got an injury on his legs, he's not getting the full twist through his body and his punches, but there's something that really is stopping Serunjogi, you know, putting something together and putting any power behind anything he's throwing.
The obvious guess would be his left leg.
Yeah.
And I think it's heavily bandaged. I don't know why, but it looks like it's bothering him. It's not, the jab is not popping as it should, because he's the taller man. He has a better reach, but it just looks like that leg is really hindering him. And I think you look at his movement, you can see he's not even pivoting it well. And he can't get any power into his punches if his legs are bothering him that much.
Yeah, I can see that. Very, and if you look at his feet as well, I mean, they're both quite flat-footed, but Serunjogi's totally flat-footed, almost on his heels rather than his toes. Decent head movement from time there from Okwiri, you know, for a decent-sized guy, you know, in the middleweight division. You know, he does get inside his man as he catches him with a straight left there, rocking Serunjogi again as he hits him again with a straight left. Combination flurry of punches. Really trying, looking for the finish is Okwiri. Serunjogi now needs to get his back off those ropes and get around his man. Create some space. Get on that jab.
I think by staying on the ropes, Serunjogi is actually begging the referee to stop this fight, to be honest with you. He should get off the ropes, pump that jab. It's not doing him any good fighting on the inside with Okwiri, because I mean, he's not effective on the inside. He should stay on the outside, pop that jab, and use his movement, lateral movement, side to side. But hey, look at his legs. They're gone. I mean, you can't execute that when you have a problem with your legs.
Yeah, very stiffening up, and you can see he's breathing very, very heavily right now as he just catches Okwiri there with a decent body shot, but taking way too much punishment as we go to the end of the round. I think his corner needs to have a look. I mean, this guy's taking a lot of punishment in there, Jimmy.
Yes, indeed, he's taking a lot of punishment and he's not dishing any back.
No.
And if it goes on like this in the next round, I think the referee might step in and save him. I'm really trying to eavesdrop on the corner just to see what sort of advice the corner are trying to give to Serunjogi, but I can't. My Luganda is not very good.
Neither is mine. I'm still working on my Swahili, but I'm going to be working on that quite well. So, yeah, we're very, very good. So we're working on our Swahili for one. Yeah.
Yes. So we're now witnessing Okwiri taking charge at the moment.
There is the head of Swahili Flicks there, Mr. Eddie, with his family. What a fantastic guy he is. You know, he's put this show together on last-minute notice. We've had to change venues, put things together. We've faced some technical issues, but what a fantastic guy Eddie is with Swahili Flicks. Subscribe now to Swahili Flicks and get ready for more Rising Stars.
He's a good dresser as well.
He's a snappy dresser. And his son looks like a very Mayweather-esque there. I think I'd like to go out with that family. I think they're pretty cool people to hang around with.
Don't leave me out, Scott.
You're always good to hang around with, Jimmy. 100%. That's why you're
I'll
here.
tag along.
As Okwiri moves in again with a flurry of punches.
He has to finish it off now.
Serunjogi is replying. He is giving something back, hence why the referee's not stepped in. But, you know, it is pretty much one way. It's 80%, probably 90% Okwiri, and just 10% coming back from Serunjogi. Would you agree?
I agree 100% with you. I mean, I'm looking at my unofficial card, and I have Okwiri leading all the way. There's not a single round that Serunjogi has nicked. So if it goes to the scorecards, I don't see any way Serunjogi will be winning this fight.
No, not as it stands at the moment. Okwiri again, he looks still quite lively as well. He's staying close to his man. He's just staying right on top of Serunjogi, not giving him anything. However, at the moment, Serunjogi does seem to be coming back with a few flurries of himself, while Okwiri's taking a little bit of a breather, it looks like.
Oh yeah, he's coming. Why wasn't he shooting those uppercuts in the earlier rounds?
Exactly.
I love his uppercuts. Really good uppercuts.
Beautiful reply from Okwiri. Oh, beautiful reply from Okwiri. Body, head, body. Oh, uppercut straight through the middle. I don't think Serunjogi's going to take much more of this, Jimmy. I think he's looking for a stoppage any moment now. As we move into the final minute, it's just hang on and survive right now. Hang on and survive is what Serunjogi's doing.
Goodness me, speaking of uppercuts.
I've never seen so many uppercuts thrown before in my life. This is absolutely incredible work.
I think
on the inside, it's actually good work on the inside from both these guys, but Okwiri is almost knocking his head right off his neck with those uppercuts.
Well, I said earlier on that Serunjogi has displayed his uppercuts. 2 or 3 landed very flush on the chin of Okwiri, but look, Okwiri said, oh, you've got uppercuts, I've got more, and I've got deadlier uppercuts, and as we've just seen, Serunjogi is barely hanging on.
Well, as we're going to the final 30 seconds of this round, we're just joined back by Ims Moses. Ims, on a blow-by-blow, how do you see this fight so far?
This is one of the interesting fights of the evening, and I can see great boxing here, great skills. I see somebody going to the body, somebody throwing those uppercuts, you know. It was almost end of the fight, and I think that the referee saw that this fight is one of the exciting. He can't just stop it like that, because the man on southpaw, he's still standing his ground, and he really showed that he can see everything coming.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, see there, Serunjogi did put a better show in towards the end of that round.
Oh, what a fighter, what a fighter. He's a brave man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's taken a lot of punishment from round 1. And he's come back with a couple of uppercuts, and I thought, hey, where were these uppercuts earlier on in the fight? But then again, Okwiri is a very crafty fighter. He came back with his own uppercuts, and they were much more effective, than Serunjogi's. This is a great fight. Ims, what do you think?
And also, not only that, you can look at these guys. We are in round number 8, and these fighters look very conditioned. You see, they're still bringing action back in round number 8. Most of the fighters, they could have been slowing down, and this is now where the fight is starting, and the championship coming out of these fighters. You can really see these fighters are well prepared, and let's give credit to their trainers, and this is what the boxing fans want to see. They want to see full pack action till the end of the fight.
Exactly right, as we're going to the next round. And as you can see there, that Okwiri and Serunjogi, as we now start the round, and Okwiri looks very lively, hands are nice and high. I still don't like the of Serunjogi with that left hand so low by his waist. That's causing him problems, I say there, Jimmy.
It's been low throughout the fight, and Okwiri has punished him for that. And I think now Okwiri looks the much more determined fighter, and he wants to end it here. He doesn't want to be dragged into the later rounds, and then, well, you never know in boxing, someone could land one of those lucky punches, and it could be lights out any time.
Well, if you're joining us right now live on one of our many broadcast partners around the world, welcome to Rising Stars here in Dar es Salaam, brought to you by Global Boxing Stars and Win-Win Promotions, proudly sponsored by Swahili Flix, the Onamo Hotel Dar es Salaam and Urban Soul, as we are in an exciting middleweight fight right now, toe-to-toe action with Serunjogi versus Okwiri.
That was just Scott Patrick Varela, the promoter of Global Boxing Star, as he just explained to you and let the people of Tanzania know that this fight was brought to you by Swahili Flix. Not only Swahili Flix, but we have Onamo Hotel as well as Alban Store in Gaborone, Botswana. So let's get back to the action.
Back to the action, here we go. As his chin's very high, he looks very unsteady legs. I think it's going to be over soon, Jimmy.
Oh,
There's a lot of flurry coming here from Okwiri.
I think Okwiri wants to finish it in this round. Great uppercut from Okwiri. Oh, Serunjogi is in trouble. He's in trouble.
He's in a lot of trouble now. The hands are low. The eyes are
He's in trouble. He doesn't want any more of this.
The legs have gone. I think it's a few more combination punches from Okwiri. I think the ref will either step in or Serunjogi is going to be on the mat, on the canvas. And it's over. Technical knockout. It's finished.
That was a great move from the referee, as we know that boxing, and we need to protect the fighters. They have life after boxing. Of course, you can't let him take a lot of punishment. And of course, there's always next time. That was a great move by referee, and I can tell you that Okwiri really came to win. I like the way he fought from his southpaw stance and the way he started seeing advantage when he realized that I can add this fight. He step up on his opponent and make sure that let me make it a short knife.
Oh yes, and I think Okwiri has been the much more determined fighter, and I think he wanted it more.
Two brave warriors, what a fantastic fight. And your winner from Kenya in the red corner, it's Royton Okwiri.
Absolutely no doubt. This is why I like knockouts. There's absolutely no controversy there.
I know this is a straight win, and of course this is what we're expecting, and we want fighters to come out there and know